For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
It's always fun to look around and see fans singing our Stars Spangled Banner. Getting in the spirit. Should be a good one tonight. Don't go away. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Antetokounmpo.
And, guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
The Bucks took a massive leap in Coach Mike Budenholzer's first season in Milwaukee. Budenholzer said he joined the organization at the perfect time. The new facilities, the energetic fans, the great roster, ownership, front office, everything is set up to have great success. And he added, I feel fortunate to be the coach. Kevin?
The feeling, no doubt, mutual. Thanks, DA. And in this one, 2 prolific offenses, Brent, going head-to-head. What was the best offensive team you ever played for?
Well, the most fun I had, Kevin, and enjoyed the most was in Seattle for the Supersonics. Now we're going to have to explain to some of the kids who that is. But I think the most efficient and the most programmed offense certainly was in San Antonio for Greg Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs, having the anchor Tim Duncan down on the block.
The Seattle Supersonics. That has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. And it's Lopez in at the center. And for the Hawks, Collins at power forward with Len at center. Reddish out there with Trae Young. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. Now here's Len. In the corner, it's Hunter. Just 5 on the clock. Great D that time from Middleton. So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against the Bulls in Chicago. Bledsoe dishes to Lopez. Goes back up. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Here's Hunter. Great D that time from Middleton. It's Matthews on the wing. 14 points from him the last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And you could tell the defense was really nervous dribbling or passing the ball anywhere near him in that one. He took advantage of their indecisiveness continually throughout the night, racking up 3 steals.
Now, here's Hunter, following the miss by Wesley Matthews. Elbow shot is on the way, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
Bledsoe outside. Lopez outside. Matthews with it. He's picked up by Collins. That one goes in.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes played. Young against Bledsoe. Young drives in. Len. It's good on the putback.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
For Milwaukee, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Lopez passes to Bledsoe. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Brent, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Well, Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
This Hawks team built around youth, and probably the most attention-getting younger player is Trae Young. What an unbelievable second half to his rookie season, almost challenging Luka Doncic for the Rookie of the Year. Trae Young, an incredible shooter, but plays with a tremendous amount of confidence, and we'll see how far that confidence can take this young core as they continue to grow under their young coach, Lloyd Pierce.
Young against Bledsoe. Now, here is Young. He's guarded closely. Over in the corner, Reddish. Shoots over Matthews. And that one hits back iron. And the question for Young now, can he reach the level Curry has?
I think that question is just completely misplaced. We're going to just try to let Trae Young be the best version of himself. He reminds you of Steph Curry, but those accomplishments are I think, a little bit out of reach, Kevin. Trae Young does have in front of him an unbelievable opportunity here in Atlanta to become and push his potential as far as he wants it to go.
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for Milwaukee. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season. And quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
The Hawks trailing. Collins passes to Hunter. Back to Collins. Pass to Young. All sorts of time. Nice jump shot. Good. Young's got his second bucket of the night.
You just can't forget about Trae Young. Not for a second out there. We saw him there with that quick release.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Bledsoe. And that one goes long. For Atlanta, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And Giannis throws it down.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
Now, here is Young. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. To the paint, and it's sent back by Lopez.
And the space Lopez is able to cover on defense, using that size and length to reject the shots. Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Young. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. And Young kicks to Reddish. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Matthews. A shot by Reddish, no good.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Shot's good by Bledsoe.
And Bledsoe loving to take on this challenge here, not fearing getting hit on the way up.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Len dishes to Collins. Kicks it to Reddish. Here's Hunter. No good on that one. Good D by Matthews. Bucks leading by 6. Middleton on the wing. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and game is fully in their control.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Well, it can affect your confidence, not just as the player shooting, but the entire team. So defenses might get a little bit more aggressive, and then you got to think about the next free throw.
Back to Young. Over Bledsoe. The Hawks again can't hit.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Parker's checked in for Atlanta. To the inside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And the shooting guard, Wesley Matthews, a terrific defender who has no hesitation, Greg, in taking that long three.
A pretty good combination. Weathered an Achilles tear back in 2015, but has remained a steady rotation player.
Even this early on, Brent, have you been on teams where you just knew changes were coming down the road?
Yeah, most of that, Kevin, I think happens because of internally what's going on with the team. Yeah, on the floor, you're going to see guys operating in the offense, playing pick and roll, but
it's behind the curtains where you begin to feel, right?
Good executives and good coaching staffs understand communicating to the people in the front office to say, hey, if we stay this way, our potential, instead of growing, is not knowing how low we're going to go. So we need to make some changes.
Now here's Matthews. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Here's Antetokounmpo, and again the Bucks miss.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Now a chance to see the NBA leaders in steals. Giannis Antetokounmpo, fourth.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
No good on the free throw.
Well, the Milwaukee Bucks are just so strong in and around the paint.
Well, so good last year. The team was third in points in the paint themselves and first in points in the paint allowed last year. That means they got in there and then they defended it well. Tough as nails defensively, causes a lot of problem for teams who rely on chippies around the basket to get themselves in the offensive flow.
Score the basket is third after 5 shots.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Hawks trail by 11. Young passes to Reddish. And here's Collins. Passes it to Reddish. Here's Young. That one, no good. And Milwaukee the other way now.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
That one, no good. Reddish with the ball. Now guarded by Bledsoe. The shot by Reddish, no good. Bucks leading by 11. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And the 3-ball is good. Middleton's got 5 points so far.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
They get the rebound. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. That 3 off the mark.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's Parker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Chris Middleton.
There's not a lot of question about Jabari Parker's talent, a versatile forward with a tremendous drive.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Jones checked in for John Collins. Carter comes in for Hunter. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Reddish. And it's Turner in for Trae Young. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Chris Middleton. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. And Milwaukee has possession after the basket by Atlanta. Here's Hill. Makes it off the glass.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's Turner. Following the basket by George Hill. Huerter had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. A 12-point game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across, Greg, all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons
in his future.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
Well, some people looking at Atlanta and their situation in terms of the rebuild and wondering what direction they would go. They've made some pretty solid picks. Got John Collins at the 19th pick as a foundation piece, and then obviously drafting Trae Young and Kevin Huerter, relying on shooting on the perimeter, and things moving along swiftly in Atlanta.
Now here's Turner. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 13 feet away. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Lopez. Milwaukee leading by 14. And John Collins, Brent, falling that late in the first round shows you how deep that draft was.
Some people thought it was going to be a slow rebuild in Atlanta. They've made some pretty good picks. Grabbing Collins, as you mentioned, and then last year picking up Trae Young and Kevin Huerter in the draft and relying on some shooting. That number 19 has been pretty lucky so far for the Atlanta Hawks.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. And that one is good. Now here is Hill. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Chicago. Another shot. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Averaging 34 points, 16 rebounds, then just over 2 blocks. And you talk about a difference maker. He's a factor inside with his length and activity.
When you look at bigs, you talk to them about 2 key components: protect the rim and pound the glass. And intimidation, that helps too.
First free throw is good.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Both free throws good from Hill. And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
Now here's Jones. No points in the game yet for him.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
Here's Connaughton. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That's a battle down there. It's one of the reasons Lopez has been in this league for over a decade. Solid effort.
Turner looking around. And it's Parker in the corner. Back to Turner. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Milwaukee leading by 10. And there's the foul. It goes on Evan Turner. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Well, he's not a locked-in starter these days, but Brent, George Hill can be effective off the bench.
Comes in at the 1 or the 2 guard position, can guard the 1 through 3 positions, and because of George Hill and his massive amount of playoff experience, there's a lot of confidence in the coaching staff to get George out on the floor, and that he's going to make the right play at the right time.
Here's Huerter. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Brook Lopez.
Well, Mike Budenholzer winning the Coach of the Year for the 2nd time, just has such a great mind offensively and came in with a new system for this entire roster, one that they embraced very early on. think it was really important last year. Training camp, establishing that type of confidence, it carried them through for the entire year.
He's off on the first.
So what we saw with Evan Turner before he joined this ball club was the ability to play multiple positions, and he's so versatile. He can do a little bit of everything, run the team through him, and also be an off-the-ball scorer.
Now here is Hill. 6 points for him. The baseline J. Atlanta with the rebound. Here's Herter. That one falls coming off Carter's feed. Herter's got it back down to single digits for Atlanta. Now Hill. Three-pointer. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
Turner committed defensively. Good job of using his wingspan to contest that shot and maybe alter it.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Bucks on top, up by 9. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And pronouncing Giannis Antetokounmpo's name correctly has been a challenge for many, something he discussed before today's game.
The worst I've ever heard was my rookie year. A guy called me Antetokounmpo, and Kunupi in Greek means mosquitoes. So he basically said anti-mosquito.
And the mosquito, definitely not a good comparison for Giannis.
Yeah, more like a condor. But that last name certainly has a lot of people looking for nicknames.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Bucks, Ilyasova at the 4 with Lopez at the 5. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then it's George Hill, and it's Connaughton in at the 2 guard. First free throw is good. And in his rookie season, Kevin Herter out of Maryland taking his time and finding his spots.
Yeah, after his sophomore year in Maryland, Kevin felt like he was ready for the NBA, and I think Travis Schlenk, the general manager of the Hawks, looking at shooting as something he wanted to build on coming from the Golden State Warriors. He got a great shooter in Herter.
And so he hits both. Seems like nearly everyone, Brent, can shoot the 3. Records being broken every year. How long do you think this age of shooting is going to last?
The tipping point, I'm not sure where that is, but the fact that the Houston Rockets in the past 2 seasons have done what it is that they've done, shooting more 3s than 2s for 2 consecutive seasons, is just a mind-boggling thing to me, Kevin. I think,
but where has it got?
Well, I think that we're kind of at
the tipping point.
I think we are at the tipping point. I don't know how much more you can do, but the teams that are seeing those other teams having success with it are trying to emulate it.
They are.
Without the talent that you have. So the next few years are going to be interesting to see how it is, or where it is, that a transformative player maybe brings the game back towards inside the 3-point line, or what strategies change to create even more 3-point shots.
But they get it back. He had a nice open look right there. Hill's got 9 points.
And they continue to control the glass.
Turner against Hill. Jones up top. Over Hill. Jones, no luck.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And there's the call on Jones. That'll be his second foul of the game. Lenz checked in for Vince Carter. On the wing, Hill. Turner covering. The wide open look here for Lopez. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And now it's a 10-point Bucks lead for the Milwaukee Bucks. They won their last contest, that game against Chicago. Turner against Hill. Another three for Atlanta.
Well, Herter's a guy who can get you back in a hurry. You make one, he'll come back and get a three himself.
And the pass to Ilyasova. Here is Korver. Puts up a three. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now here's Parker. He had a 15-point outing in their last. There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that.
No.
Wow, he was up there, Kevin. So awesome to see Jabari Parker return to form, especially when he's rising up.
Milwaukee leading by 8. Outside Hill. Outside Korver. Lopez outside. 6 to shoot. Hill with it. Picked up by Turner. High post try. Len with the block.
Well, putting the wingspan to great use, Len throws that one away.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. And the first one at the line is good.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
For the Hawks, Collins checked in for Damian Jones. Hunter comes in for Jabari Parker. Young is subbed in for Evan Turner. Milwaukee also making some changes. Robin Lopez is checked in for Ilyasova. Chris Middleton comes in for Kyle Korver. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for George Hill.
Well, a fantastic year for the Bucks, and the future looks bright for this franchise.
A new arena in Milwaukee, a new practice site. First-year coach Mike Budenholzer changing the entire philosophy of what they did offensively and ending up in an MVP award for one Giannis Antetokounmpo. The fans showed up. A lot of excitement for the Milwaukee Bucks in the years to come.
Comfortable shooting close to the basket. The size Lopez possesses gives him confidence down low.
Young against Bledsoe. And Young kicks to Collins. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
The Hawks trail by 10. Young outside. Pass to Hunter. Here's Herter, defended by Middleton, and Herter gets it to go.
Solid in the first, fantastic here in the second. He was just waiting for the moment.
Bledsoe kicks to Lopez. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Hunter, no good.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Ray, you suited up for 6 teams in your NBA career. What do you think about some of the front offices that you came across during that playing time?
I think when you find a front office, when you move from franchise to franchise, is what it is that they value most. And there were some franchises, quite frankly, Kevin, that I played for where they just wanted you to show up on time, get there, play the game, and leave. Those franchises end up having a lot of struggle to find some footing in the league. They also find trouble finding attraction from free agency because people understand the culture just isn't there. There are other teams that do so many other things well, Kevin. You feel so much more valued as a player throughout your course of your career. Those are the places that end up sticking with you. And I think the league is doing a great job from top to bottom, moving in that direction. Now, some are doing it better than others. That will always be the case.
Right.
But the idea around finding more completeness for what it is you provide a player is a great thing for everybody.
Now, here is Young, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. Len dishes to Hunter. Back to Len. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Reddish, they get it again, and the dunk by Len.
This guy's got a great nose for the offensive glass, and I like how he used those long arms that time to reach up and snag that rebound.
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for Milwaukee. They've led by as many as 14 points. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game, and that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. For three, Middleton, rebounded by the Hawks.
Yeah, and that one way back in the first quarter is the three-pointer that has been his only one of the night.
Collins kicks to Young. The three. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. And stolen by Hunter. Len passes to Hunter. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Bledsoe dishes to Middleton. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 4 assists now tonight. Young taking his time here. He dishes it to Reddish. 14 feet away, and that one comes up a bit short.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
6 on the shot clock. Matthews goes in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And now it's an 11-point Bucks lead.
Well, the game's 4 quarters, and after a tough first half, he's found his rhythm in the second.
Reddish's shot is good.
Well, we know that Trae Young is a phenomenal passer, which is why you just can't leave him open like that.
Giannis against Len. Here's Lopez. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Lopez has got 10 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And here's Young. Pass to Len. Back to Young. The tray. It's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And Middleton kicks to Bledsoe. Lopez outside. Passes it to Matthews. Over Reddish. Atlanta with the rebound. Len's got his 5th rebound in this one. The pass to Reddish. Young from outside. It's good, and that's just his 3rd make in 10 shots. An off game for him.
Now, Trae Young exploring the limits of his range in this one.
The drive by Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Young following the bucket by the Bucks. Pass to Reddish. He kicks it to Collins. Young outside. The 3. Again, Young missing. Milwaukee leading by 10.
Well, after leading the Bucks to an incredible year, Giannis Antetokounmpo wins the most valuable player trophy. A very emotional speech that night talking about his family and his brother and the impact they have. But really, how about the impact he's had on the Milwaukee Bucks franchise and what kind of aspirations they have on the shoulders of this young Greek talent.
Last season, Brent, Giannis played like he knew he was the best, even finishing off dunks by yelling, "I'm the MVP."
Wow, you do that well, Kevin. Yeah, Giannis was incredible, and I like the fact that throughout the course of the season, there seemed to be laser focus on every night, competing and getting better. He's just shouldering the responsibility of this entire franchise, and I'm looking forward to see where his game goes from here.
And the first one drops.
And good job they're doing at the line this quarter. They'll need to continue converting those free throws.
Atlanta making a switch here. Carter's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. And Greg, after this season, Antetokounmpo will be eligible to sign a Supermax extension. The Bucks want him to stay happy.
The loss of Malcolm Brogdon last summer definitely stung. Trying to control costs, but you don't want to take a step back with Giannis's decision looming.
Now Young, after Chris Middleton missed from long range. Young outside, kicks it to Collins. Hunter with it. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Lopez with the block. And there's the call on John Collins. That is his first foul of the game. Jabari Parker's checked in for Atlanta. Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Bucks. Hill comes in for Chris Middleton. Now here's Bledsoe. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Chicago. Here's Antetokounmpo. Atlanta with the rebound. Collins has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Young against Hill. And Young, here we go. Banked in off the glass. Young's got 9.
How about Trae Young? Even when he's bodied up there, finds a way to collect more points.
1:46 left in the first half. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. And Giannis throws it down.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Here's Young. 9 points in the game so far. Right side, Collins over Ilyasova. Good on that shot. And with that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Collins.
Collins showing now he's got a little bit of touch from that range.
Here's Giannis, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Look at the handles. Gets through the D and then powers it home.
Such a pretty move inside. Clark, how do you stop that? And the wide open shot from Reddish. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
I think he gets as much talk, not just about his shot selection, but his playmaking.
50 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Ilyasova. Hill with it. He's picked up by Collins. The kick out to Ilyasova. No good on the triple. The Hawks trail by 5, and even 3-on-3 break. Young passes to Carter. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Where they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Giannis against Parker. Now here's Antetokounmpo. D right on him. Just 5 to shoot. Collins with some nice D. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Bucks lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, a big effort from you guys in the first half. How do you keep that momentum going?
Come out with energy, just try to keep pushing the ball and get stops.
We know that's coach's emphasis, Chris. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They've got a 2-point lead. Kenny?
You can see where the priorities are. Rebounding, and then more rebounding. They made a concerted effort to get the glass clean.
And over to the big fella. Your thoughts on the Hawks?
They ran their offense very well in the first half. There were almost no forced shots. It was good, smart basketball. The motion in their offense was terrific. They made those defenders work very hard. I like what I saw from them for the most part.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've led by as many as 14 points. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young is out there with Reddish. And it's Len in at the 5 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
The Hawks trail by 4. Now Young. Pass to Collins. Here's Len over Lopez. Len's shot is off.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Atlanta's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Stolen by Middleton. With the floater, Len with the block. Reddish with the ball. Giannis is there.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Bledsoe outside. Over Reddish. Shot's good by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got 8 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Collins. Here's Len over Lopez. Len's shot is off. Milwaukee leading by 4. Here's Bledsoe. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th assist in this one. Bledsoe against Young. And there's the pass to Collins. Shoots the 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. He's got 5.
How about that? Getting better and better from distance. John Collins with a nice shot there.
Here's Bledsoe. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. And the Bucks lead by 5.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Young for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Matthews. Back to Giannis. Fires for 3. Here's Middleton. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Young against Bledsoe. And Young kicks to Collins. Young right side. And the layup is good.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Middleton. Floats it up for Giannis. Rejected by Len. And he recovers it. And they'll keep possession. Lopez, no luck.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And Middleton with the block.
Well, the long arms of Middleton getting up there on defense and throwing that one away.
And Matthews gets it to go.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And last year, Chris Middleton, not quite as dead-eye as he has been in the past. Still a solid shooter from all ranges.
For the Hawks, Jones checked in for Alex Len. Kevin Huerter comes in for John Collins. And it's Turner in for Reddish. And then for Milwaukee, Brook Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Korver comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Matthews. And Young kicks to Jones. Hawks passing it around. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And for Middleton, Greg, you don't need all the volume out there from him. You just need the efficiency.
And Middleton has always been an efficient player. Great to have on a team as a second or third option.
Now here's Bledsoe. 12 points for him. And there it is for him.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. They trail by 6. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. The Hawks again can't hit. Bucks have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Here's Connaughton, defended by Jones. Connaughton passes to Lopez, and it's good for 2. And it's an 8-point Bucks lead.
Lopez close up and gets it done.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always.
Man, this kid is showing signs of his potential right here as Kevin Huerter early on fire.
Bucks leading by 6. Bledsoe taking his time here. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Bledsoe against Young. Inside. Jones dishes to Young. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
That one falls. 16 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here is Young. 14 points for him. Down low, Lopez with the steal. Here's Antetokounmpo. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Parker's checked in for the Hawks. Carter comes in for Turner. Free throw no good for Giannis.
Now we can talk about it over and over again, Kevin. Antetokounmpo combines size and versatility in ways we just haven't seen, at least up until the Greek Freak's arrival.
Tries again. Out to Carter from downtown. The shot, no good. And Milwaukee the other way now. Here's Bledsoe. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
Collins checked in for Cook, and Milwaukee also making a switch. George Hill's checked in for Pat Connaughton.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Shots good from Young.
Willing to get out and run. Trae Young will take those points however he can get to them.
So it's the Bucks now, leading by 12. Here's Giannis. Good D by Parker. Atlanta's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. It's good. Herter's got 19 points.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Bucks leading by 10. Outside Hill. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And that's now 20 points for Giannis.
Like to see George Hill distribute to his teammates a heads-up play there.
And the rejection by Giannis. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. We take a look at the Pistons. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for the Hawks, they were obviously hoping to start out better. Too soon to panic. But lately they've had very little luck and seem to be trending in the wrong direction. And speeding up the offense, something the Hawks began last season.
It was interesting for the Hawks kind of zigging while everybody's zagging, as they made it a priority to get to the offensive glass, along with tons more field goal attempts in their offense, and that's been giving some defenses fits.
And the Bucks making a change here. Ilyasova's checked in. Bounce pass Young. No good. Shot missing. Excellent D there from Hill. On the wing, Korver. Collins grabs the miss. Collins is the Hawks trail by 13. Young passes to Herter. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Young with the steal. Took him no time at all on that one. Young's got 9 points in the quarter.
All about getting into a rhythm as a shooter. When Trae Young finds his, he's pretty fine at taking those shots.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh!
Yeah. That's some flashy stuff from Antetokounmpo. They're dicing up the D with the ball control. It's very efficient and a well-tuned offense for the Bucks. They drive, they kick, they get open threes. Second in the league last year, as that was Mike Budenholzer's biggest change in threes.
Free throw good. Giannis. And with the Bucks in their offense, Brent, it all starts with Giannis.
Starts with Giannis, and that might have got them into trouble last year. They could maybe use another creator in a way where a guy can manufacture his own points. Who knows? Maybe that's growth within. Maybe that's Chris Middleton as he tries to improve his game, or Eric Bledsoe in some way. But the team does need a little bit more dynamism on the offensive end.
Collins, and finished off by Collins.
You got to keep the ball moving, and that time Herder's pass leads to an open look.
Bucks leading by 12. Hill kicks to Korver. Giannis outside. Stolen by Collins. In the corner, Herder with it. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 5 assists tonight.
And trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game, 1 in each half.
.146 left in the third quarter. Antetokounmpo dishes to Hill. Back to Giannis. It's Hill on the wing. Korver passes to Lopez. Just 3 to shoot. For 3. Hill. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Milwaukee has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Three-pointer connects from three-point range. Hill's got 12.
Yeah, that time just picking the defense apart. Hill so dangerous in that string roll set.
Young against Hill. Young left side. That shot off the mark. Good D by Lopez. Milwaukee leading by 10. Giannis with it. He's picked up by Parker.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. To the paint. Lopez with the steal. And here we go. The fast break with Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
I mean, just look at the box score right now. He's not only filling it up with these points, but in every facet of the game.
Young against Hill. Young passes to Jones. Back to Young, looking to end the run. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. With 1 on the clock, the shot no good. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. A grand total of 28 points for him in the game now. They have no answer for him defensively. Back right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Matthews and Middleton, the 2 wing. Robin Lopez out there with Brooke Lopez. And it's Hill in at the 1. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the foul against Milwaukee. And he makes the first.
And 7'1", the Ukrainian big Alex Len is so solid. Still a lot of time to reach his potential, and hopefully he finds a way to do that.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Bucks leading by 13. And here's Matthews. Lopez right side from deep. But they'll get another chance. Len with the block. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Young. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Young's got 22.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Young against Hill. To the middle. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Hill. And that's now 9 points for Brook Lopez. The Hawks trail by 13. Matthews with the steal. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Hunter's checked in for Collins. The Bucks also with the sub. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for George Hill. Pass to Lopez. Dishes it to Middleton. Over Hunter. Here's Lopez. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Young against Bledsoe. Passes to Parker. Now here's Reddish. He's guarded closely. Back to Parker. Clock at 6. The shot, no good. Good D by Lopez. Bucks leading by 15. Bledsoe passes to Middleton. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And Young kicks to Parker. Back to Young. Over to the wing. And that one's good. Parker. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Bounce pass from Bledsoe. Matthews scanning the floor. And Lopez has it in the corner. No good with the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Reddish. From outside off the mark. And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for the Bucks. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
The Hawks trail by 17. And Young, here we go. He gets that one. Young's got 24.
Such a precise player. When Young notices those kind of openings, he definitely is looking to attack.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Lopez kicks to Matthews. It's stolen by Reddish. Young drives in. It's good. Young's got 17 now, just in the second half.
And now the defense, full attention and antennas up. Trae Young getting warm.
Bucks leading by 13. Bledsoe outside. Good defensive work there by Young.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Here's Reddish. And he overshot that one, missing.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
Got a piece of it. Young with the steal. Count that bucket. And he has 28 points for the game.
Great hands by Trae Young, and his passing abilities sparked the fast break.
Timeout called, the Bucks. And Brent, many consider Trae Young the first product of the Steph Curry generation. He grew up in the age of the three-point shot.
I think that's pretty fair. He said he recorded all of Steph Curry's games. He studied them, tried to see where Steph was gaining some advantage, and that balance of his shooting and his playmaking, then moving without the ball. You can see all of those sort of attributes that are coming out of Trae Young, courtesy of Steph Curry.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. His point to them was that they've put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's foul number 2 for him. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about, Kevin, when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line. And
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also, because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. Here's Young after Wesley Matthews scored, and it's good, 2 points.
Well, it feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Well, comparisons to Steph Curry, unfair for Trae Young, and they're quieting. His shooting percentages in year 1 leave plenty of room for growth.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Brook Lopez.
One shot.
And Greg, you talk about unfair comparisons for Trae Young. His career will always be measured against that of Luka Doncic after the Hawks traded back from the number 3 pick.
And Doncic going on to win Rookie of the Year, an instant star. And Trae Young with plenty of talent. And we'll see what he can accomplish.
Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
You know how you want to tell people don't let Giannis get too close? Well, one step past half court, he's too close.
The Hawks trail by 12. Young drives in. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Young.
And Trae Young wants to be a leader, but it's not about wanting it. You have to show it on a consistent basis so your teammates start to look towards you.
And so Young nails them both. And so it's Milwaukee now. 17 points was their biggest margin. Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Jabari Parker.
It's weird to say it, but the sheer length of Giannis can put the defense in a really bad position. So hard to defend without fouling.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
And coming from a background with player development for head coach Lloyd Pierce.
Well, I think he's great at just being a cheerleader and a confidence builder for this young team. I believe that to be a good fit here in Atlanta. He brings a great hands-on approach, and very, very important for him to think about player development as these young guys grow together.
Middleton can't get it to go.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Hunter kicks to Reddish. Over Middleton. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Antetokounmpo finds Middleton. Now here's Matthews. Drills the three-pointer. And the Bucks lead by 15.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And that one falls for Young.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for Milwaukee. It's a 13-point game. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Young against Bledsoe. Young passes to Parker. And here's Len. Lets it go. Parker's shot is off.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Here's Giannis. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Middleton with it. 4 on the clock. From deep. But they recover it.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
Here's Hunter. The rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Middleton outside. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Matthews. And stolen by Hunter. And it's Parker in the corner. Over onto Antetokounmpo. No good off the front iron.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Atlanta again missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Reddish. The rebound by the Bucks. Matthews has got 4 rebounds in this game. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That's foul number 2 for him. The Hawks making a switch here. Collins is checked in. Timeout called, the Bucks.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Greg.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. It must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Outside Matthews. It's stolen by Reddish. Lopez against Collins. The putback. Atlanta now working with a new shot clock. Len high post. To end the cold streak. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, he's going to be in the paint is Alex Len, and he's good at forcing the defense to come in and take some chances. Whacked him that time.
Both free throws good from Len. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe outside. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th assist on the night. The Hawks trail by 16. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Reddish. Atlanta again missing.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And nice dime from Hunter there. An unselfish player who knows how to look for his teammates.
1:39 left to play in the final quarter. Bledsoe against Young. Here's Matthews. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Milwaukee.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Giannis.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
Now here's Bledsoe. After the miss from John Collins. Antetokounmpo. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Giannis has got 34 points. In the corner, Collins with it. There's the 3. Tips it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And one thing about Hunter, it never gives up. You can see the focus and energy that he plays with on every possession.
Now here's Middleton. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Count the basket.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Young's shot is off. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Brooke. Congrats on the win. How important was this game for you?
You know, it's very big for us. It was a good benchmark. We've been trying to improve every game. You know, we've been getting better these past few games. And, you know, we know these guys are a very good team, so we wanted to come out and make a statement.
You sure did make a big statement tonight, Brooke. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And we'll see you next time.